What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel and some more Heavy Gear Blitz for you. So as promised, we have the Southern Army box. And again, faction that we've played always in the past when we were into Heavy Gear Blitz, but then kind of drifted away from the game for a while. But again, with this new edition and just the new plastics and everything, it was definitely, I think, a good time to come back. And I think the game's probably never been better. So just a lot of streamlining, much easier to get into. And just, I think, playability has improved as well. So, but anyway, Southern Army box. So again, game is made by DreamPod 9 for those who aren't familiar, because the game does fly a little bit under the radar. But again, just definitely deserves more attention. So, Southern Army box, basically, as it says, you get 16 plastic models in here now. And this is a pretty decent force to get started with. So before we dig into the box, though, as you can kind of see, so basically in a pretty simple cardboard box here, just with the taped packaging around this here, just to show you what everything that's in here. So what do we get? So we get 4 Jaegers, and it's basically like your average gear for the Southern Forces here. And again, mechs in this game mostly are called gears or striders, but that's stuff that we'll get into down the road. You get 4 Black Mambas, which are basically like the elite gears for the Southern Forces. Spitting Cobras are awesome, so heavy support there. Also a single King Cobra, which basically just keep it simple, is just a much more heavily armored Spitting Cobra, but again, different weapon loadouts and stuff like that. And again, grossly simplifying there, but just a quick explanation there. We get 2 Iguanas, basically our lighter scout type mechs, and they're good at electronic warfare as well, so we get enough parts to make the Chatterbox variant, as it says there, so ECM and all that fun stuff. And then we get some small drones as well, so Hunter Killer, Demo, and Recon Drone, basically same as there from left to right. So, and again, quick summary of our contents there. Now, it does mention here, also available for purchase, so the decals and the iron-on patch. So again, those are separate, and that's, if I had a criticism of that, so certainly the patch can be separate, that's not something you need, but I mean, decals should be included. Pretty much any game you think of out there, if it does involve decals at all, is going to include the decals for you. So making you pay extra for those is a bit much, I would say. But that'd be the main criticism there. But anyway, let's flip this back over and crack this bad boy open for you guys, show you everything that's in here. So everything is basically in this giant plastic Ziploc, so we can get the box out of the way. And then let's dig in here. So I do like that, again, with the new plastics, everything is pretty simple here. We don't have to deal with any of the various and many metal bits, which really did, again, put the Heavy Gear back in the day, as far as taking that all around and transporting it. So got plenty of bits and pieces here, lots of little sprues. So let's see if we can get things organized here. Oops, there we go. So let's try and do our best to sort things out here. We can tell that's the Spitting Cobra there. Looks like King Cobra, Spitting Cobra. Let's try and find the other one. Oops, that's a Black Mamba here. Another Black Mamba. Got the drones here, that's pretty simple. Again, Jaeger, Black Mamba, and Mamba. What we got here? 3rd Black Mamba, so that's getting easier. I do like that they have actually labeled each of the sprues. So again, if you're brand new to the game and just trying to tell things apart, that's definitely going to take some getting used to. So we got all the Black Mambas there. Certainly very handy. It makes it just very nice to visually identify what you're working on right away. So we got the Iguanas there, which should make everything else a Jaeger here. So let's get this kind of organized in front of you guys here. And let's actually put the Mambas up there, just because those we also get 4 of. And of course all of our various bases here. So pretty much everything is going to be a hex base, although some of the larger gears and striders and stuff like that, other special vehicles, those will be on bigger round bases. So let's jump right in here. So we'll start off small, and we'll take a look at the drones that we get here. So pretty simple affairs. And if we can get this to properly focus, kind of see the 3 different drones that we get there. So then coming into sort of our all-purpose gear, our all-rounder, let's kind of slide some things over. So we get 4 of these Jaegers, and let's get that to focus here. So pretty simple. You have your your legs, get a couple different poses there, arms, and then torso, head, and power pack, and all that stuff. A little bit of variation in posability now as well. Pretty easy with the plastics. And then some of our different weapons here. Looks like, so we got light autocannon, looks like a light bazooka, some rockets. Looks like, I want to say some sort of like submachine gun, but could be mistaken. Got to double check on that one. But again, that's your loadout there. You get a couple head options as well for the different variants, even a close combat knife up in the top right there, some grenades, I think. So overall, pretty cool stuff, pretty simple to assemble. And as it mentioned on the box for the set, so directions are online. If you are, again, new, definitely worth consulting, especially for seeing what parts specifically are what. So, depending on what kind of list you're building, you definitely want to be careful there. So, yeah, 3 of the Jaguars, wow. Then looks like they also gave us interestingly here, and I'm not sure if this was mispacked or not, Jaguar. So I'll have to double check on that. Let's consult that box real quick. So 4 Jaegers, Cobras, and the Mambas. Yeah, so we randomly here have a Jaguar that shouldn't be in the box. So we will not focus too much on him since he's not supposed to be there. All right, Black Mamba, again, the sort of elite gear here. And as you can see, definitely some different weapons already in the frame here. So different rocket loadouts. There is a grenade launcher there, medium autocannon, and some sort of rotary gun. I can't remember if that's a Gatling laser or one of the other like actual like guns, basically like a minigun or something like that. But anyway, just really nicely done here on these plastics from DreamPod 9. So assembly is going to be much simpler and certainly less of a hassle than in years past when dealing with all the metal stuff. So definitely has come out pretty dang well here. Not too much in the way of mold lines either. So all right, then let's go on to a couple of the smaller ones here. So these are the iguanas, and again, as you can kind of tell from the names here, so the Southern Forces name a lot of their mechs after, or I shouldn't say mechs, a lot of their gears and other vehicles after lizards of various types and snakes and stuff like that. So the iguanas, though, again, scout mech. So you got some autocannon action here, some light rockets and stuff. And then looks like the little dome here. So if you do want to go with that chatterbox variant for electronic warfare purposes and all that stuff, but a little bit smaller than the Jaegers on these guys. And again, a scout mech, not designed to necessarily go mix it up with anything heavier than it, really. But in a pinch, might have to. So these guys are the awesome Spitting Cobras. So heavy support is the name of the game with these bad boys, as you can kind of tell by the size and variety of the guns here. All kinds of larger rocket packs. That long one here, field gun, I recognize that one. I think heavy autocannon. I think this is like a Gatling laser. Some mortars. So, and as you can see, the mechs, basically they can walk, or again, keep saying mechs, but gears, they can walk, but they also have basically like treads on the back, so they can kind of speed up on those. But again, just gorgeous stuff here from Dream Pod 9. So, I mean, well done on these plastics. It's definitely one of the things that, again, drew me back to the game was the fact that this now is all in plastic. And here, finally, the King Cobra. So the ultimate and heavy support here for the South. So basically just taking the Spinning Cobra and beefing up the armor. But again, lots of fun weapon options here. So I think there's I think that's a particle accelerator. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, guys. Again, still coming back to this game. Gatling laser, all kinds of other heavy, nasty stuff here. So really nice and chunky there. So again, that is a quick rundown of everything in the box. Again, for some reason, we did get a Jaguar here. So I'll have to, I think, contact DreamPod 9 here and see if we can get a replacement. I don't think this guy is really supposed to be in here. But anyway, that is basically what an army box will look like. And again, pretty much every faction now has a army box like this with plastics. So off the top of my head, I think pretty much everything is in plastic now. Maybe some of the smaller factions might still be in metal, but overall just a great sort of facelift to some of the models, and just again super easy to get into now with the plastics. Assembly is going to be a breeze, and really just a fun time to get into the game, especially with the new edition. Everything's nice and streamlined, and just much easier again to get in and understand the game. So it's definitely a little bit more of an advanced game in many respects, where let's say comparing it to like 40K or something like that. So overall, very easy to pick up and play 40K without too much in the way of explanation. But Heavy Gear's always definitely been a little bit more in depth in that. So a lot of real world tactics and strategies will come into play. So you want fire support. There's spotting and stuff will matter. Electronic warfare, airstrikes. There's all kinds of stuff. So a full kind of combined arms game that's always been. So, but that's really just what makes it fun. There's just so much depth to the game. So, but we'll cover all that stuff in a separate series of videos, guys. Again, we're just kind of scratching the surface and getting back into it. But anyway, Southern Army, fantastic set here. Hit us up in the comments, guys. Let us know your thoughts on the latest edition of Heavy Gear. If you're new to Heavy Gear and have any questions, love to hear from you as well. And then make sure you like and subscribe as well. We'll be back with more. We got the 2-player box coming up here, and then again, plenty more after that. So stay tuned. Take care, guys.